Here we go for another raw video vlog about what I'm doing here on my house. And my last posting that I did, I had shown how I messed up this wall here, and I'm going to show how I fixed it now, or kind of fixed it, whatever, something. So basically my issue from before was that my long trusses here, which you can see that I now have up, they're 35 feet 6 inches on the resting points. So like these points up here, they're made to be set at 35.6. My short trusses here are set to 19. You can see they hang over just a little bit. So no big deal there. That's fairly decent. Anyhow, my mistake was that I had started my build and used this point over here to start doing my measurements, but I neglected when I put this section in here to measure from it over to this wall to verify. So I wasn't even thinking ahead about, hey, the trusses are this, that, or whatever. I'm just like, okay, that's what's going on. And come to find out, when I put my first gable end truss up, I was 35 feet 10 inches instead of 6 inches, and there's just no way that it would work correctly. So originally in my last video, I mentioned that I had room on this wall to be able to move it a couple of inches to be able to gain things, but I found that moving it and the line that it would create with everything on the exterior of the house just wouldn't be aesthetically pleasing. It would be nicer to have a continuous straight wall down through there. So what I did is I made a decision, and I have a split wall over here too because it's easier to assemble, and I needed to be able to deal with my plumbing over here. So what I decided to do was actually move this wall, and you can see that I moved it just a little bit. My footer here for the load bearing is pretty wide. It was wider than any of the other ones, mainly because the backer board on this section was messed up and it got moved a couple of times, and I thought I had it in the right place, but I was wrong. So what I did is I just moved this wall. I put in new pins here, as you can see, and drilled those in. I have a concrete drill, so we drilled those in, placed it, moved the wall in. So now I'm bearing correctly, and as you can see too, I've got some sheathing up on the roof. So I've got all but 2 trusses set because it's supposed to rain tomorrow. So today is Monday after Christmas Day. So Christmas was on Friday. So this is the 28th of December. It's going to be a fairly decent day. You can see the clouds are not too bad, and we have a storm coming in for tomorrow. It's supposed to rain later in the day, so maybe get some more stuff done. But I had been trying to hold off a little bit because I'm afraid that if I cut the back of this roof off too early, like rains would try to drip down the wall and maybe mess something up. So I've been waiting a little bit to do that, but I think that I'm going to do a little bit of it today. I might cut this edge off. We'll see what's going on. One of my other issues is that when I start to cut and put my hip in for the roof, that you can see that there's a lot of layers of shingles there, more than there should be. I think the max that you're allowed to have is 2 roofs, 2 layers. That looks like a lot more to me. I don't believe that's just starter shingles that far back to make it look that thick. Even with the overlap, I can't build the connector on the roof correctly. So I'm gonna wait for the rain to get over with, and when I have that done, maybe on Wednesday of this week, I'll get lucky. We have a good stretch with no rain, and what I could do is strip part of the roof off, cut everything back, and build my hip in. not too far from being able to do an inspection. I've got to nail in stud ties, both on the lower and the upper. I haven't done that. I don't have my hurricane ties in yet for my rafters. I got to do that. But one of my keys right now is to get my sheathing up as much as I can. And this is the zip sheathing on the roof. You can see it says zip system on there. I'm purposely not taping it just yet. I'm going to try to pass inspection first and then tape everything. And then I can go from there. For some reason, I remember talking to one of the inspectors, and they say that they like to see the 1/8" light gap. And I have a couple gaps that are a little bit bigger, but I don't think it's too big of a deal. When they look up and see, they want to see the clips in places and things like that to tie it together. So I'm purposely leaving it that way. I would really love to put all the roof sheathing in right away so I can get a little bit of rain protection for tomorrow, but I'm just going to kind of grin and bear it. I also messed up. I tried to do a cut on the roof when I was putting the sheathing in, and I made a mistake in cutting this, so I have a little of a gap. I think I'm going to replace this piece here and take it over to my small roof and cut it off again and start filling that in. So I'll probably do that today too. But yeah, everything's starting to move forward. Well, not starting, it is moving forward, getting cleaned up, and a lot of the right things going on. So that's my update for right now, and I will show more progress here soon, probably tomorrow.